Arsenal 0, Liverpool 1. And what we learned about this one, the sun is shining. I'm feeling a little less dizzy every single day. And let's talk about this match. Let's talk about it because there's a lot to talk about. This was this is really the Premier League fixture this season, I think. I think Chelsea's up there as well. But, these are two teams that a lot of people have winning the league or 1 and 2. This season, in my preseason, I'm sticking to my prediction. I'm not going to change it because it's all I made the prediction. I got to stay with it. I had Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3. So let's talk about this game. Arsenal lose in the end, and it was down to a Solbaslai free kick. Wow. If you're watching this video, you haven't seen the video, I can't show you because of copyright, but oh my goodness. What a free kick, especially on Raya as well. Raya is starting to become, for me, one of the best keepers in the world. Like, I really rate this guy. So what a free kick that Solbaslai scored, and he takes Liverpool over to the finish line. Arteta was 10 minutes away from doing exactly what he game planned in this one. He set this team up to completely go out there and get a draw today. I mean, the defensiveness he went with in this lineup today, I think it shocked a lot of people. A lot of people were surprised that Odegaard was not in the starting 11, but I think they forgot. I think he had a shoulder injury. I don't know. I think he was cleared to play, but Odegaard only played like 20 minutes. Man, there's so many talking points, but the overall talking point is that if Arteta is going to go on road matches, yes, you're without Saka. You have a couple injuries to play for a draw. Is that a team that can win a league? So Arteta looks at this today and says, hey, we got to get a draw here. I don't know if 3 points in Anfield is going to be possible. And it really felt like watching the way the team played today that, yeah, they were playing for the draw. I mean, watching Gyökeres get in the advanced positions, because I feel like people like to just meme Gyökeres at this point. I'm not really on that bandwagon. I try to root for players that are transfers or players that have high price tags because I know it's hard to live up to it. I felt like Gyökeres, for me today, they're chucking the ball up to him, or they're chucking the ball up to Madueke, and the rest of the team is back defending still. So, look, you can't necessarily blame the players in this one because Arteta was clearly giving these guys certain tactics to execute. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's going to be on him because they lost this game, but he was 13 minutes away from executing this one, and he was probably looking at this one at, look, if we can go to Anfield and get a point, maybe we treat this fixture differently when we host Liverpool. But, I think the Arsenal fans are going to be frustrated. You see, even at the end of the game, after Liverpool scored, really some of the quality. I mean, you watch the way Max Dallman comes into the game. You watch what Eze starts doing. I look, Fartinelli, I don't care if Eze is not game ready in terms of understanding the flow or the tactics or the way that Arsenal's supposed to play. Bro, just play the guy over Fartinelli. Fartinelli, all he does on the wing is just farts. He doesn't do anything, man. So I'm tired of Arteta selecting Martinelli at this point. You bought Eze for up to, 91 mil. Just start the guy. All right? Eze better be starting from now on. And look, I think a positive for Arsenal, a positive and a negative, right? Madueke today, I mean, look, the match ratings are going to show you a 6.0. Kirkez did a good job to recover and tackle against Madueke. But, man, Madueke's got a really quick first step, so it's about can he get comfortable now and really execute? Because I felt like many times they were finding him in behind, and he just kind of, couldn't find the composure to get the opening. But there are pieces of the Arsenal attack that I like. It's just going to be about, can Arteta allow these guys to go play that ball? And it's going to be interesting to see how Arteta continues to line up against the, let's say, top 4 sides, because I feel like we do see a different Arsenal. But the main meme people are going with today is that, Arsenal were playing for a draw on this one and playing for set pieces. And I'll be honest, as a neutral watching this game, absolutely that's the look that I saw. And the disappointment I saw was I felt like the last 5-10 minutes, obviously Liverpool decided to hit that ultra defensive and park it. But I saw some stuff with Arsenal where I'm like, really? So they really chose to not do a lot of this all game. It seemed a little interesting to me the way that Arteta likes to set up his team in certain games. I don't know if setting up your team in this manner is going to be enough to win the Premier League. I'm going to be honest. I said my preseason prediction is that Arsenal won't do as well in the Prem as people think this year. I think they're going to still get a lot of draws with the way they go out and play. But I do think Arsenal is going to win a trophy this year. And look, I'll be honest. If you look at this game, it took a Szoboszlai masterclass free kick to get 3 points against Arsenal. I just think Arsenal is going to be such a hard freaking team to defeat this season. They're bringing in a lot more creative attackers now. They added more depth. They're so hard to score on. Now, what's going to happen with Saliba because he just picked up an injury? I don't know. But, man, you look at this. Liverpool, with the attackers they have, with the team they have, less than half a expected goal. And they really, in this game, had 0 big chances. So, look, I know that Arteta is going to be held accountable for this loss. I get it. But what a free kick from Szoboszlai to really make the difference in this one. And I felt like, when we got to halftime, I was like, look, it's going to take a magical moment from Wirtz to finally have his breakout moment, from Szoboszlai or from Ekitike or Salah with one of those runs where he runs through 7 players and the ball just glues to him to get this goal. It didn't seem like it was going to come any other way. I wasn't expecting some magical 11 pass football moment. I was expecting a magical long shot or a magical 1v1 to really be decisive here. 1-0 though, for this game. Not too much action in this one. And I'd say this in terms of, let's talk about the positives for Liverpool before we talk about the negatives. Or do we want to talk about the negatives first? The positive is this. You held a clean sheet today. Hey, Liverpool, you could be very happy about that. I thought the guys in the defense, especially Szoboszlai, but I thought VVD, they had a really good match out the back, so that was good. It's nice to see, a clean sheet for Liverpool, something I'm not expecting to see too many of this season. The rest of the game, look, Wirtz had a 7.6, guys. Look, this is why I don't do match ratings. Wirtz and Salah to start the season have both been atrocious. Okay, I know that Salah has had his moments in the last 2 games, and yes, those moments were not atrocious, but the general style and play from Wirtz and Salah, bro, if they want to really have a decisive league-winning year, I'm not talking like last week, which I'm predicting that it's going to come down to is like last 2 games with Chelsea and Arsenal. If they want to have that 10-point cushion, if they want to win trophies, you will need more out of Wirtz and Salah. Wirtz has not been good enough. He had the first game in the Community Shield where I thought he played great, and after that, he's not really done anything. So Wirtz has to continue to adapt and adjust to this physicality. I'm watching it. The speed and the physicality of the Premier League, it's not that Wirtz doesn't have the ability. It's that he hasn't figured out yet. He's a touch late on almost every ball he's playing in behind. He's getting bullied off the ball way too easy. He's close, but he's not there yet. So I'm hoping that Wirtz, look, I'm not saying he's a bust at this point because I believe in him as a player to get to the spot he needs to get to, but it's been so subpar from him to start the season. I've expected way more, and I'm still waiting. And, Salah, look, I'm not going to be too harsh on Salah. Guys, the guy has produced the amount of prime seasons this guy has produced at this point. Will he get back to it? Really, right now, his touch looks super off. First touch is looking garbage for him. He had 1 good touch today, and then he actually took on 3 players. So Salah's just going to have to get that match fitness, that touch ready to go. He had a really good, what was the moment he had in the 90th minute out of nowhere where he goes on that crazy dribble run? I think that was 2 games ago. So Salah will find his way. Look, it's a player that showed you that he has inconsistency in his career and he will get there. The positive for a Liverpool side of things, you've played 3 matches, okay? You have a win against Arsenal, a win against Bournemouth, who just beat Spurs yesterday, and you also have a win against Newcastle, okay? So these are all very impressive results for a Liverpool fan. I mean, you don't have Salah and Wirtz, in my opinion, even playing well. This is what you want to see out of a title-winning side. It's a great start to the season. And as I said, Ekitike, maybe today not the best game. Today is one of those games, though, where a lot of fans will put blame on, like, Gyökeres or Ekitike. It's just very hard to get involved in a game as a striker when the game has such high stakes, high intensity, and defensiveness to it. It is tough. So Liverpool will play Burnley after the international break, and then they'll face Atletico Madrid. The Everton match is going to be great. So there's a game for Liverpool on the 20th against Everton. That's going to be such a good game. Such a rivalry between the 2 teams. I can't wait to see that. We get to see Grealish, who looks happy again. Everton have 6 points, so that's going to be such a good one. Other takeaways. I said Salah and Wirtz. I think Konate VVD very good today. Yeah, Kirkes, the liability with Liverpool is that Kirkes is going to be a liability against faster wide players. We've seen that now. It's going to be a thing. But you got to trust his defensive ability and his recovery, because a lot of times today he did get back in position. He made the vital tackle. And I want to say one other kudos I want to give to a Liverpool player is Gravenberch. I watched Gravenberch at Ajax. I watched Gravenberch at Bayern Munich. The amount this guy has improved, the quality every single season of improvement, it's incredible. We could be looking at a seriously, like, absolutely bonkers, insane midfielder in 2 seasons from now. I mean, he's really impressive. So the amount he's gotten better since I've been watching him over the seasons, I'm very impressed with him. Arsenal takeaways, in terms of who Arsenal have next. Look, I don't think we learned much from Arsenal today. This is kind of what we see out of Arsenal. Set pieces, playing really cautious. especially against the larger teams like Liverpool, like City. So Arsenal have Forest after the break, which is not going to be an easy one. They've got Bilbao in the Champions League, and they've got Man City. This is going to be such an interesting match to learn more about both teams. Man City have started the season, guys, surprisingly, with 3 points. They only have 3 out of 9 points, and they're going to be wanting to prove a point, and Arsenal will be hosting them. This should be a really, really, really interesting match to learn more, and especially to see kind of what Arteta is going to set up against Pep in this one. I just think that overall, any fans of Arsenal that want to win a Premier League, you will not be able to win a Premier League playing away matches against big sides like that today. I don't think it's going to be possible. I think it can win you trophies and cups. To win a league, I don't think you can go out with that level of defensiveness, that lineup. I'm not saying that Arteta is totally in the wrong for it. In terms of getting a result, because as I said, he was a 10-minute Solskjaer free kick away from it, but I just don't think it's going to be consistently sustainable to get 3 points or 1 point enough out of those matches in the long run. Is just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. That was my prediction preseason, and I think today confirmed a lot about it. I'm sure the Arsenal fans are going to be really upset in a way because, you tune in on Sunday to watch your team defend, right? And you soak up enough pressure or one mistake goes wrong. And that's the thing. When you choose to go play like that, it's not necessarily that your team is... Let me put it this way. Your team is going to have to defend perfectly for 90 minutes. One mistake, one slip up, as you can see, one foul, one moment for the other team, you lose the game because you don't create enough on the attack. So you invite more. Just my opinion. They didn't invite that much today, but the one moment, and the one moment was enough because you didn't attack enough. Okay, that's me, guys. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling. Peace.